One of the tremendous things that happened this weekend was that there was a Lemoyne Garden reunion. I grew up in South Memphis, a couple blocks from a project, as they would call it back in the day, Lemoyne Garden. So I went to school with these guys from K through 6. They were my friends. And while we didn't stay in the projects, and sometimes the difference in that is another 20, 30, $40 a week, that we were close enough to the projects that I didn't lose touch. And one of the amazing things, I went to a school where it was 100% free lunch. Everybody went there. And it's amazing how some of us come up in life and then we forget where we came from. But, I definitely remember where I came from. And one of the things that happened all through my childhood as a childhood in the hood is that people saw promise in me. That I'll help a lady, when you are walking from the bus stop with your groceries, not coming in with a car, and I would help a lady with her groceries down the street. And then after getting her groceries safely in the house, she would attempt to pay me. And I said, nope, you can't give me a dime. And I'd walk away. And they said, child, you're going to be something one day. Or how teachers who said, Steve, stay 5-6 minutes after class. And I did. And everybody left the room. And then they would talk to me, Steve, you're different. You can make it. And not that I was so great. But you know what I had along the way? I had so many people invest in my life that so many people have spoken words of wisdom, whether it be church in the old hood or even others. And honestly, a lot of those people have gone on to glory. But yet I think that there is a grandstand in heaven where they're still sitting on the sidelines rooting for me, that I'm surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, and that I need to lay aside every weight and the sin that so easily beset us. So sometimes when I want to put quitting on as a garment, the Lord showed me that I owe too much to quit. That the investment of my grandparents, that my granddad who never drove, that walked 17, sometimes 10 to 15 miles to work to support a house full of family by himself, that I owe him, that I owe too much to quit. That the sacrifice of my mother in raising 3 kids, with nominal support sometimes from others, and she worked day and night, and all 3 of us are ended up, I think, okay. I owe too much to quit. And some of you are in the same situation, that when you want to quit with everything in you, I'm telling you right now that you owe too much to quit. Take a retrospective look back over your life at the sacrifice of your grandparents, the sacrifices of your parents, the sacrifices of your Sunday school teachers, your teachers in school, anyone that is invested greatly in you, even if they've moved on, you owe them too much to quit. And I'm speaking this word into your life, and while some days I want to just say, I quit, but I realize that I owe too much to quit. I owe my mother. I owe my grandfather. I owe my grandmothers. I owe everybody that has invested, the teachers that taught me along the way. I owe my pastor, my old pastor, Reverend James A. Jordan, my first pastor. I owe Bishop Patterson, who mentored me in ministry. I owe too much to quit. While I want to lay it down some days, I'm telling you that I owe too much to quit. I'll see you at the finish line, and on the other side of the finish line, I see victory, because I can't quit because I owe too much to quit. My name is Elder Stephen F. Smith. I'm the apostle of the internet, and I know that you owe too much to quit. God bless you.